This isn't a watered-down version of the internet, or the mobile version of the internet, or the sort of looks like the internet. It's just the internet on your phone.
Hello and welcome to Walt TV News with me, Dick Jerome.
And me, Rick Garfunkel.
Now we're going to start off with some news from today. A man died. Now to elaborate more on other stories from today, I'll hand you over to Rick.
Yes, the story I have today actually is behind me right here. The story today is actually to do with the internet. On looking browsers, all things that are popping up on the internet today is porn. Our professional artist from the studio gave us an outline of porn, as the camera can see here.
That is an artist's elaboration on the industry of porn.
Basically, the news on the porn industry is it has increased by 1% in the last 3 years.
And my second story of the day really is one that captures the hearts of the whole community. A dog in the area, aged 152 in human years, was found the other day dying in a dumpster. Locals took him in and they petted him and they fed him all the necessary food, but unfortunately the dog killed itself by throwing itself under a railway track.
Dick, what has this world come to? A tsunami has just hit.
Announced today by Miramax, Joseph's Technicolor Blanket Part 2, written and directed by Rob Zombie. Now this has come to a shock to the Hollywood industry, as Rob Zombie hasn't directed a film, as we all know, since Halloween, Uncut. And now this, he has really switched from horror serial killers to religious figures.
Yes.
This is a very strange twist of fate, and to elaborate more, I'll hand you over to Rick.
Yes, I was the one who did a bit of research on Rob Zombie, and I got an interview with him, and I just have the interview here. I asked Rob a couple of questions regarding his new movie. Just the first question, what texture was the blanket they used in the movie? He replied, linen. Now, Dick with the weather.
Now, the weather, it's raining. Now, moving on. Join the Dots is our competition for our viewers. Fairly easy competition. Dial 1850 715 995 and just recall what you think Join Dots. What is that number there and what is that number there, and you can be in with the chance of winning a sunbed. We're just getting word actually. The tsunami has hit Galway.
That was
a world exclusive.
That was world exclusive.
And now, Capital One presents the Cashbacks.
You'll get a big fat nothing
every time you use that card.
A great big fat nothing.
Ain't no cashback on that card.
Big fat nothing.
Big fat nothing.
Don't settle for a big fat nothing. Switch to Capital One's new cashback card and get 1% cashback on all purchases and an amazing 4% for the first 3 months. Call 0800 952 4111 or visit capitalone.co.uk.
What's in your wallet?
Yes, we are joined here today with a horrible accident that has occurred in Europe. As you can see here, there's a fish, and this fish is seemingly a species that no other fish has seen before. And basically, as you can see down here, there's a shark, and that shark is killing all the people because it has been let loose by the tsunami. Basically, the shark was last seen outside a pub in Galway, and that's the last time we've seen the shark. The water is spread down through the road, so we'd avoid driving down the roads and hire a rubber dinghy to bring yourself to work every morning. Here, as we can see, down right here, there's a city. This city is meant to represent Galway, and Galway is a city which is meant to represent this picture. I am Charles Dunmanway, and this was the Tsunami Update.
Yes, the new inspiration for the line was really nature and the concepts of nature in nature. He has come all the way from Vladivostok to talk to us today. Now Lars, how do you feel expressing this in the new fashion line?
Lars, basically, I feel privileged and there's tears coming to my eyes because look at this beautiful clothing. Like, where your name's God, you get texture like this. And
yes, the real inspiration for this in particular was the effect of paper in the world today. And
it's almost like paper makes trees, so paper must make us.
Yes.
So we must become trees.
We must become the nature. This was inspired by another design from one of my mentors in college. He told me that grey is the language of the soul, and now the sticks is also supposed to represent the branches of the trees, and yes.
Yes, basically, when Lars brought me into his workshop at first, he wanted me to become a model. I never modelled in my life. I was actually a professional gamer.
I remember seeing you on the street.
Yes, I used to play Halo for cash. Yes, if you can see carefully. Yes.
Yes, this is supposed to express the artiness of the tree and how we become nature in our metaphors and how we live our lives. This is actually made from the scales of the tightest fish from Japan. A very fine texture indeed, found only recently by Icelandic sailors.
Hey, Lars, just before we finish up,
of course,
could I just say one more thing for myself to my fans?
Of course.
Buy my new energy power drink.
Pleasure's all mine. I'd like to say to my fans and to everyone who will buy these new clothes and dresses, thank you.